Okay, woo, that was fun. Definitely some interesting energy going on up here. Just or just whatever's going on with the internet. Anyway, welcome to this week's read. We're going to break this into two sections. So I'm going to do this read, um, which is going to be for today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of thing. The new moon is on Thursday, I believe. So I got to do a little bit of research in between these two reads. I'm going to probably just do what we usually do and just read the cards and see what's coming up. I do want to say that um, the first is on Saturday, so we have what what I'm hearing down the pipeline is there there's March is going to be a pretty hold on to your seat of your pants kind of month. Oh, look at the towers on the bottom. Honestly, oh yeah, like and what's coming out up top? Oh, we had that last time. But yeah, the tower's sitting on the bottom and I haven't even shuffled them yet. So tower, big change, big shakeups. Basically, March Madness is all I'm gonna say. It is just gonna be, I feel, um, kind of fast and furious with the information and the shifts in energy and all the crazy things going on. One thing I really did want to talk about is just sort of things I'm noticing too that you may be noticing in your own body and such is that well, first of all, we talked about this last time that there's a lot of volatility on the planet right now in terms of like um, earthquakes, volcanoes. That's just going to intensify. That's one of the biggest shifts that's probably going to be occurring. Um, and then yeah, um, there's no way to like prove this. It was always talked that it was gonna happen, in that at some point the magnetic poles were going to shift, and it didn't mean that everything's gonna go, the world's gonna flip upside down because it doesn't work that way. um, but it seems to be screwing up some. So far, I haven't seen it like in navigation systems, ships, but there has been some interesting things with things that fly in the air lately. Don't know, but the thing that it's really affecting is the animals. There's lots of recordings of uh, whales washing on the shore again, different types of deep sea animals like the man of war, and I can't remember the name of the eel, but like the last time they saw this eel, I think it's an eel or a sea snake or something like that. It's kind of cool. It's this white, bluish kind of color. It almost looks see through, but it's not. I can't remember the name of it, but it washed on shore. And the last time that happened, there was, well, cataclysmic changes on Earth. So I'm just putting it out there. Definitely no fear mongering going on, but just, be aware that we're, you know, we're heading into it. So take this week, if nothing else, to take a breather, take a rest, so that you can mentally and physically and spiritually prepare yourself for the energy that's about to come in. That's that's all. Just, do your usual, take care of yourself. Again, like with the tower being on the bottom there, I could just take that as the card for this week, but let's just see what these first 3 days hold. But yeah, just take care of yourself, and that's a lot of it too that wanted to come out. A lot of what's gonna, ooh, this is fun. A lot of what's gonna come out is a lot of just truth and what is happening? This is like a weird piece of hair. Anyway, um, so it's just, again, it's relying on your own discernment, making sure you're staying light and true in your heart, and you're not getting too distracted or wrapped up in things um, that you're not tending to your own frequency, right? It's, I hate to say it, but the most important thing through all of this is it's every person for themselves. Um, you have to be the person monitoring their energy. Hi, bud. You want to come in? Come in. Staring at me through the door. All right. So let's just get to the cards. I had a feeling this was going to come up because if the Tower didn't come back up, the Devil was going to. So, the Devil. Facing my inner demons brings me closer to my authentic self. So, which is funny because in contrast to last time when I said that there wasn't probably any shadow work left to do, I didn't say that. I didn't mean it like that. But it's just like, don't get trapped in people telling you you cannot be raising frequency in yourself to love and light. That's the distraction. It's like, oh, it's not possible because you haven't done the work. Some of the work's gonna come up. I have a feeling though, this is the world. This is the outside world. There's, the deep exposure of the dark is, the light is just shining on it. So it all has to come out. It all has to be revealed. It isn't going to be pretty, like in any way, shape, or form. Is it not pretty? But it has to be. Again, we've talked about this so many times. It has to be reconciled, um, and we have to. It's not that we did these bad things or we did this, and it wasn't completely our fault. But we have to witness it, and then increase the frequency around it, increase the light around it, so that we can get to a place of love. Like, it's just what has to happen. All right, we got the alchemy card again. So yeah, we're just, honestly, we are changing the old ways, so the old metal into gold. We're still heading into this golden age. We are in the process right now of alchemizing things. So like, that's not a process too that happens, like you don't just take a metal and touch it and it turns to gold, unless you're like the golden goose or whatever. Um this takes a bit of a process. It's not instantaneous. So we're still in it. We're still in it. Just keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. All right, we're going to take a look at this beginning part of the week, and then the end of the week. I'm going to put in a second video, which will be up later this week, because the new moon video will be there. Okay, there's two there. That one's okay. Yeah, I have a kind of feeling like interesting. We're getting a lot of heart. Okay, why are these cards like just kind of jumping out, but they're kind of okay. Yeah, it's like I suspected. It's okay. First up, time machine. It's root chakra though. This card, it's a root chakra card. So for me, this always means the potential to. It's funny. I've been watching a show, and they can only go back in the past. But I was like, but you can't travel to the future so far. Um, this being at root chakra, I think what this is saying is this is all the past, the ancient history. Um, Everything is coming at us at this level on 3D root chakra, right at this level. Um, Root chakra also has to do a lot with our ancestors and all of that. So it's just like the full, like, if full disclosure doesn't happen within this week, I would be fairly shocked and surprised. But I think in saying that though too, I understand fundamentally that it may not be able to, you know, it might just have to come in drips and drabs because it's still a lot of information. However, I'm really getting the feeling that the potential is there for just like a landslide of information. There's always this meme that is like the water and the dam is full of cracks, and the village, or the areas down there, and it's like it might just get to a point where it's just a tsunami of information. So I think it's really important this week. Again, it sounds, I hate to sound doom and gloom. I'm not doom and gloom, but I'm like just really cautioning you to take care of yourself this week because I have a feeling it is like we thought that it was intense, but it's just the intensity. We haven't seen anything yet. March is just going to be, like I said, it's March Madness, and like that is a thing, and it's going to happen. Nothing can stop what's coming, but at the same time, it's going to be a lot. So just keep breathing. Actually, I'm going to just cut to the last card for a second because oops, I will read this. We also got go with the flow, right? And it's just like the best place you can be again is just to not be clinging on in fear, right? This is going back to the Hopi prophecy. So we're not, you know, in the Hopi prophecy when we get to the part of the rivers flowing like so much, what we have to do is like some people will be like try to swim for shore, they're not gonna they get washed away. The people that some people are just like terrified and clinging to the edge, they also don't survive that. The best way to survive it is to float and let yourself be in it and just go with it where it's taking you, because where it's taking you is the new. We have to stop hanging on to the old. We've been over that a lot of times, but just knowing that the old is about to wash over us in that tsunami kind of fashion. So yeah, do your best, stay in your heart, stay in light. um the other card we got is a sacral card, but it's close encounters. This one it's the same sort of thing of like, um, we, the meaning is similar to like, we always think that we're in a cage, but really this butterfly, if it just, adapts itself and folds its wing like close up, it can get through those bars. Like it's not trapped there. And we're looking up at this and going, I want this life. I want the freedom. I want to be out there in the light. But we always stop ourselves because it's like, but I'm stuck here in this cage, and it's simply not true. The door is open. There is not actually. With the funny part, it, are you okay? That was some grumbly noise from Sam. I don't know if you heard that or not. It's pretty funny though. Anyway, the bottom. Maybe he doesn't think I'm doing a good reading. That's not what it means, you idiot. Is that what you're saying? Anyway, okay. Um, yeah, the truth is that we're not trapped and that we have the ability to have our freedom at any moment. The close encounters thing is really interesting because it's almost just like other thing about this card is that there's just so much magic happening, so much light, so much energy. Um, yeah, I just think we're really close to the biggest part of this shift. And again, it's, like whether there's a singular event, which I don't think there is. I think we're in the event. It's it's all of it together. And later, like when we look back, it'll be just like it happened in a flash, but it didn't. It took like, what's it taken? Like I started really getting into this journey on like 2017, 2016. So like bleh, seems like it's taken forever. I mean, it'll be 10 years in 2 years. So that I've been like, you know, on this path, this particular path. I mean, I've been doing spiritual stuff all my life, but I just think, yeah, there's no other indication that it's here, it's imminent. This is okay, and then we did get the two heart chakra cards. Sorry, I got like a dog hair probably. Um, we got compassion, heart chakra, caring, empathy, acceptance, gentleness. This for me is like, as all of this information comes out, and I assure you, if it's like even like half of what I've learned over the last few years as bad as that. And I suspect it's even worse, which, even I'm going to have some moments of like, I learn something new every day, whereas like, ew, I didn't really need to know that either. But as I learn these things, I'm understanding that it's coming to our attention because we do need to learn these things and reconcile them and be, even just being aware of them so that we can transmute them, so we can alchemize them, right? So a lot of this like negative crap that has happened, we have to alchemize that into a positive experience. I know that sounds completely bizarre, but we have to. That's what we came here to do, was transmute all this lower energy into something like light and good. So this card is just like, go back to love, go back to your heart, go back to heart chakra all this week. Like anything you hear, then if it's too much, sit down, go into your heart, sit there, meditate there, reside there, keep the frequency of love high and compassion. Because again, it's hard. It's going to be hard hearing the stuff that humans have done to each other, and not and be like so angry and wanting revenge and vengeance, or like whatever the case is. What we really need to do is not take that path. We have to come at it from love through our heart. We have to have compassion, empathy, even as terrible as it was, acceptance of what is. It's what's happened. We can't change that. We're not going to change that. So what do we do? Do we just throw in the towel and pull the covers over our head and say, I'm not doing this? Or do we sit in in compassion for all of it, keep our acceptance and awareness of it, be gentle and caring with ourselves and others, and sit in the frequency of love and just keep stoking that energy? So really important. We also got another heart chakra card about, this is always my favorite card, perception. That word is always interesting. So um, really big heart chakra, like opening here, and I look more butterflies. So we're definitely in a very a big transformation right now. Um, oh, there's another butterfly there. I didn't even notice. Perception. This card for me is always just about, again, a lot of it is like, we have this perception of how this great awakening, this ascension, whatever we're labeling it as a way it should go. And I'm here to tell you right now, because just from uh, personal experience, is this is going in no way that any of us thought it would go. Like, there is no, like, I was kind of hoping for the whole unicorn rainbow, this is enlightenment. No, not at all. It's like we are being drugged to hell and back, uh, literally. So it it takes a strong heart, but all of us have this. Otherwise, we wouldn't still be here. And it is going to be hard, and some of it's already hard. Like right now, it's tough. It's tough. But if you can remember to do only one thing, you've got to go back to the heart, and you've got to. And again, perception also has a lot to do with the discernment thing. Is like, see the bigger picture of what's happening. Don't micro focus on one thing. It's tricky too, because there's so many things going on, whether it's from earth changes to um, like our true history, to whether there's galactics, to all of the things. Um, we have like a certain perception that's been sold to us, which we're now finding out was a deception. So it's reconciling all of these things. It's like probably the biggest thing that we have to do. Our job is like, how we reconcile or how we transmute these things is by reconciling them. So yeah, this week just be really, the big thing about the compassion one is be compassionate with yourself. Yeah, you're going to learn some things, and then you're going to, knee-jerk reactions are going to be anger, disgust. You can go into all of those. I think the key though is just like we're not going to contribute to the frequency raising if we're staying in those lower emotions. So feel your feelings, and then let go of the edge and know that all is well. Float down the little river, and just keep in mind that it is all orchestrated. There is a plan. It's going perfectly to plan. Um, we always try to micromanage the universe a bit, but we don't need to. So the big thing is taking care of yourself, and remaining in the frequency of love. Like, so if you can just get yourself into that place this week, because like I said, like the end of the week, the start of March, it's going to be something. Okay, I'm only going to do one of the golden futures, and then I'm going to do a like much more detailed moon read because I think we're going to need it. So we'll leave this video here. Um, yeah, the law. Um, Act with common sense and responsibility. For me, what this is saying, justice is coming for everything that's been done. We don't need to be, again, we don't need to be a part of that, and we don't make the final judgment. That's not us. We just listen, and we are aware, and we get to, it's a jury thing. We get to be on the jury. We get to listen. We get to say, oh, this is my opinion of this. What should happen? But remember, the perception is like, we don't know what's going to happen. The bigger picture isn't up to us. It's up to this, and it's all being orchestrated. So we're an active participant, but if you go down into that lower thing where you're just like fighting and fighting and fighting about uh, everything that's happened and people getting justice or served or whatever you want to say, it's not going to work. So we need to just stay in our lane, which is in the vibration of love, light, and peace, and hold that space, and just know that the justice is coming for all of the bad stuff, and we're going to be just fine. Okay, I'm going to leave this here because it's going to be short so that we catch up on the moon reads. So make sure you watch for that on Thursday and have a good week. Take care of yourself.